So in this video I'm going to show you how to make a relief tile. And like the other videos, your relief tile can be whatever you want. I'm going to show you how to make an owl. So the first thing you're going to need to do is make yourself a template. So I want my owl symmetrical, so I folded a piece of paper in half, drawn one half, and when I open it I'll have the owl on both sides. So put him to one side. You then need to get out yourself your clay, and you're going to roll out a piece of clay. You use your cloth on the table to stop the clay sticking to the table, and you want your two guides either side, and then pop your rolling pin on top. Okay, so there's my clay rolled out. Just check that your template fits on your piece of clay and that you've got some extra bits for making decorations. I'm going to leave this clay just to go hard for a little bit, so just for a couple of hours, just so it is a little stiffer, so that you'll find it easier to get nicer clean edges. Okay, so I've left my clay to dry for a little bit, so it's gone a bit hard, so it's easier to work with. I'm now going to take some papers and roll in to give a bit of texture to the clay. So in your pack there were some different wallpapers, a bit of bubble wrap, bit of net, bit of all kinds of things that you might want to try rolling in and see what impressions they leave on your clay. So I'm going to take those and I'm just going to simply just roll it into the clay. Then I'm just going to take my template, lay it on my piece of clay, and I'm going to then cut him out. I'm also going to cut out any of the features. So from that template now, show this bit here, I've now just cut out his nose and his wings from there. So I know that they'll definitely fit. So there's my wings and my eyes and my nose. And I'm then going to cut them out of the clay as well. Okay, so I've cut out all my pieces. So I've got my wings, my eyes, and my nose. And I now just need to assemble them. So to do this, like everything with clay, we're going to crisscross the back, score the backs, and apply some slip. So just using my tool, I'm just going to scrape the back all in one direction. And I'm then going to scrape it in the following direction. I'm also going to do it to where it sits down, so I can use my wing just to trace where it's going to lie. So I know in that gap, so I'm now going to just crisscross all of that area there. I'm now going to apply some slip. So to make your slip, you want to take a small ball of your clay, push your thumb into it. So you're just making a little tiny pinch pot like that, and then you're just going to pour a bit of water into the bottom of it like that, and then just give it a mix around with your finger, rubbing the walls of the clay to try and make that water go nice and clayey. The thicker you can get it, the better. So this one here, and this one, so I'm just going to see that's all nice and thick now. Just going to rub that onto the wing where I want to stick it, and rub it so both sides that you're sticking together are covered in the slip, and then I'm simply just going to press it like that. So you now need to repeat that for everything else. Okay, so I've stuck everything on really well now, so really take time doing this. If you don't do this, what happens is when the clay dries, it shrinks and all the joins will just pull apart and so things will just fall off. So it's really important that you take your time crisscrossing and slip. Okay, so the other thing that you can do, once you've sort of appliqued any of your bits on, you can use some of your tools to engrave any shapes with. So you might want to put some patterns on. So I'm just going to use this tool just to put some little edges around the eyes. So that's my owl finished. I'm now going to let him dry, and he will get fired here. So you can either bring your work here to be fired, or it is air drying clay, so you can just leave it at home and it will dry and be fine to keep. So there you go, there's Mr. Owl.